everyone and happy holidays. I decided, given the fact that it is already December and we are only a few weeks away from Christmas, gosh, I cannot believe that, I would do a holiday themed video today. There are so many Christmas traditions out there from different families and different cultures that I thought today I would share 15 plus a bonus, number 16, ways to have gift-giving traditions in your family. As a future foster parent, I will likely encounter lots of different cultures and traditions, so I've been doing my fair share of research of some different things that I might encounter. And I thought it'd be fun to share some ideas for you guys so that maybe you could incorporate some of these traditions into your own family. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any gift-giving traditions that your family celebrates so that I can have them in my mind for future. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I have a list and I don't want to forget anything. Number 1 is my family's growing up personal traditions, and that is we open all of our gifts on Christmas Eve with the exception of our big Santa gift in the morning. So that is kind of different from some traditional people who open all their gifts in the morning. We open all of ours on Christmas Eve. We usually have a Christmas Eve dinner and then we will open up all of our gifts. Also going with the Christmas Eve theme, number 2 is going to be to open Christmas pajamas on Christmas Eve. This is a really popular one. A lot of people will have a pajama elf that comes and leaves pajamas, Christmas pajamas, to wear on Christmas Eve. I've seen a lot of people celebrate this tradition and they just open all the rest of their gifts in Christmas morning like normal. Number 3 is going to be to go to the store with your kids and have them actually do their own Christmas shopping. Now this might seem kind of like, oh, they're not going to have the fun surprise, but it is fun to go out and Christmas shop. And as a bonus, you can even have the kids swap gifts and have siblings help wrap each other's gifts. It's a fun way to get everybody involved in the shopping and wrapping and can teach good life skills, so there's that. Number 4 is going to be to have an advent calendar. This way you can have leading up to the 25 days of Christmas, you can have a small gift each day to give each kid. This could be fun, especially for toddlers, just to have something little to open. Going along with that, number 5 would be a Advent Easter basket. Now, it's not obviously really an Easter basket, it's a Christmas basket, but very similar to an Easter basket, you're going to have things like little crafts and little toys and things like that, small things. And you'll give it to them either at the beginning of December and have it be an Advent basket, or you can give it to them at Christmas Eve and have them be a Christmas Eve basket. Either way, it'll be full of fun little things that they can do throughout the season. Number 6 is going to be one, this is a new one, guys. I've never heard of this one, but I think it's brilliant. Basically, if you do Santa Claus in your house, you can have a Santa Claus bag that you put under the tree on Christmas Eve and tell all the kids to put all of their toys that they're done with, that are broken, and they don't want, into the bag, and Santa's going to take them away and replace them with new ones in the morning. This is a great way to go ahead and clean out your house right before you're going to be getting all those crazy Christmas gifts. Okay, number 7. This is something more of what you say to get a gift. And I know my grandmother's household on my mom's side actually used to use this tradition, and basically this goes really great if you open gifts on Christmas Eve. Whoever says Christmas Eve gift first on Christmas Eve gets to open the gift first, but you could also say it on Christmas Eve and then get to open the gift first the next morning. Going along with saying something, our next one is going to be finding a pickle in a Christmas tree. Now this one seems a little bit silly, but is a long-standing tradition, especially in America. If you have a pickle that is hidden in a tree. Some people have a story that goes along with it, that's up to you. But basically whoever finds the pickle gets to open the first gift. Next one is good for older teens. Now, Christmas traditions can get kind of tricky once you get older and kids outgrow the whole Santa Claus and Elf on the Shelf and all of the other Christmas traditions people have. Sometimes the Christmas magic kind of goes away. But there are still some fun traditions you can do with your teens, one of them being a Secret Santa. Pretty much if you haven't heard of a Secret Santa, everybody puts their name in a bowl or a hat, everybody draws names, and whoever you draw, you basically buy gifts for that person. So it's kind of nice because now all the gift buying isn't just on one person. Now of course you can modify it, maybe just that person gets an extra gift that year from that person, or my family actually did a Secret Santa stocking exchange where once we outgrew the age where we were getting stockings, we just had a stocking exchange where the adults would draw names and do an adult stocking for the other adult that they drew. So you could do it either way. Next one is going to be to hide the presents. Now I love the idea of this tradition. I'm actually excited to do it with my future kids. Basically, the idea is that on Christmas morning you hide the gifts, and you can do this a couple different ways. I've heard people of wrapping certain paper for each child, and you give each child on Christmas morning a snippet of what their Christmas paper looks like, and they have to go around the house and find their presents that are wrapped with that paper. Similarly, you can just hide all the gifts everywhere, and everybody can just kind of go and look for gifts, and I found so-and-so's gift, and give it to them and swap, and just kind of have a fun little treasure hunt. Or you can also tie a string to the child's door to their gifts, and they have to follow the string around the house to get to their gifts. Either way you do it, it's super fun to have to get an extra element in Christmas morning to have to go and find their gifts. The next thing is to actually give gifts to somebody else. Do something like Operation Christmas Child or Toys for Tots or Angel Tree, where you're buying gifts for kids in need. This is a great way to teach your kids that, hey, there are people less fortunate than us, and it's a good way to give back to your community. Next is elf shoes. Now this is not elf on the shelf, although you could certainly incorporate gift giving, I'm sure, into that. But elf shoes is actually, you tell your kids, hey, clean up your room and put your shoes at the end of your bed. If they do it, then they get a little gift in the morning when they wake up. It's similar to almost like a tooth fairy kind of thing, but it's an elf. Next one would be a white elephant gift exchange, and this is basically just a funny gift exchange. It's another one that's good for teens. If you are exchanging gifts between family members, you can have it be a funny or gag gift, kind of just to add an extra element to the Christmas spirit. The very last one, number 15, is going to be to try an international tradition. There are so many Christmas traditions all around the world, you guys. Christmas is celebrated in so many different countries and so many different cultures. There are so many other gift-giving traditions than just the ones mentioned in this video, and it would be fun to try a new one every year. You could do an Australian Christmas one year, a British Christmas the next, and try out some different things, or even go beyond Christmas and try Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. It's a great way to get your kids experienced into other different cultures. And our last bonus one is to skip gifts altogether and take a Christmas vacation instead. This is another one that's great when your kids get older and maybe they don't have as much that they want to ask for, toys and things. Sometimes your family might just opt, hey, let's not do gifts this year, let's go on vacation instead. Alright, that's all for this video, guys. Let me know in the comments below if I missed any of your favorite Christmas gift-giving traditions and what you think about mine. And I will talk to you guys next time.